I'm Fast Eddie.
There you go.
I've been here since 1986 was my first contest. We cooked as Dude's Barbecue in 1990s when I started cooking under Fast Eddie's. So I'm in my 21st year this year of cooking under my name. This event moved to this complex that we're standing on here, and we were debating it this morning, either 1983 or 84 is when it started over here. The contest actually started in 1979 next to the Golden Ox Steakhouse over there in that little parking lot, and there was 13 teams at that time. And 82 is when it first became sanctioned under the Kansas City Barbecue Society. So a little background on the American Royal for you. This year's just, they say around 500 teams is what you're looking at down here. Barbecue's changed greatly in that time. You're seeing a full facet difference in different technologies being used to cook barbecue. It all has to be done under 100% wood, charcoal, or some sort of fire heat source. You cannot use electric heat source or gas, so it has to be some sort of solid fuel is what it has to be. I'm a pellet guy. It's going to be more and more common. People are understanding what wood pellets are, but you've got pellet heads around here. I first started cooking on pellets in 1990. The Traeger pellet grill was developed in 1984 in the Pacific Northwest. I started doing my own version. I took their grill and redesigned it into what my FEC 100, what you're looking at here, in 1994. Was the first version of that type of style cooker that I did. In 1998 is when I sold the first unit. I became very successful, learned how to cook the style it took to get food off of that unit. I won my first cook-off in 1992. Was my first grand championship.
Wow, here?
Okay, no, it wasn't here. It was a 48-team contest called Ribs and Racing at a place called Lakeside Speedway is what it was held at, okay? And they did 2 or 3 events over there, and I won the very first one. And that day, to kind of tell you how crazy barbecue contests are, I got 3rd in chicken was the only call I got. And a guy named Rib Ticklers, no, it was a different, back in that day, he was from Kansas City area. He won 3, and it was 5 categories that day.
And he didn't win grand champion?
No, he was 3rd overall. They counted down the top 5 at that event, and they got to 2nd, and they done mentioned everybody who made a bunch of walks. And I looked at this buddy of mine that was with me, and I said, man, this is wide open. And then we got called for the grand champion, which was just, we were kind of shocked that you could take a 3rd place and that could happen. But that's how the numbers go together. When you see all these judges and judging in there, it's kind of a crazy, wild sport. But what I'm gonna talk to you about is wood pellets and why is wood pellets kind of a unique thing and what you're gonna see out here. I've got different pieces of equipment that I've designed and built, but we're gonna do chicken wings is what we're doing today. I cooked these right about an hour. Is what I cooked them at 425 degrees. And I like cooking stuff like chicken, bone-in. I like cooking bone-in products hot and fast. Hot and fast is going to help retain moisture, is what it's going to do. And you can make your own opinion what you think of it. But this is my seasoning that you're getting ready to taste on here. Has been a development over many years, and this is the seasoning's won me a lot of money. I use it on everything but beef. Beef doesn't like a real high sugar content, and this does have quite a bit of sugar in it. But what you're going to get is what I call a typical Kansas City flavor profile, okay? In Kansas City flavor profile, one of the things you have to have that's going to be the last taste on your palate is going to be probably celery seed. Celery seed, if you go to Gates Barbecue or you go to Bryant's or whatever, it's going to be one of those seasonings that's really going to come out. And that's to me what I call, and it's going to be a sweet, it's got a sugar base. I'm going to say probably 30% of that rub is going to be sugar. And I use white sugar in my rub, is what I do.
Not brown sugar.
No, not brown sugar. If you use a brown sugar, it's got to be like a sugar in the raw, is what because regular brown sugar would clump too much. This is what the seasoning looks like right here. And the color in it that gets you the color is the Hungarian paprika. Is the nice red color to it. I like the color of Hungarian paprika and also the subtle flavor of it. It doesn't have a lot of flavor to it. Paprikas are mainly made for color. But I like that darker red that it does give it.
And this is available where?
Cookshack.com is who carries. I'm mainly a food service guy. I've gone mainly into the competition, from the competition world into the restaurant world. Cook Shack's company, we do backyard products, and I cooked it on one of my new backyard grills that we designed and been out with for the last year. It's got its own patent on it where it cooks top down on the indirect side. It also has, you can cook right over the fire. It has a char boiler side to it. I don't know if you guys are, where are you off to next? You gonna do Stewart next?
We are off to Treat America Smoke.
Treat America. Okay, so you're not going to go right across the way. Too bad, because Stewart's going to cook some steaks. he's got some ribeyes going, and he's going to cook on the direct side of the grill, the char boiler oven. So what I did is I cooked indirect like you would in a smoker, but at a very high temperature rate is what I did. I'm going to go ahead and pass everybody a chicken wing out and let you get started.